Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. There's a certain feeling that comes over a person when the world starts to feel too big. Not big in a good way, but big in a way that makes you feel small. Like everything happening out there is too much to take in, too much to fix, too much to even understand. I remember times like that. Moments when I would look around and wonder how anything I did could possibly make a difference in something so wide, so complicated, so far beyond my reach. And maybe you felt that too. That quiet question that shows up when things feel overwhelming. What can I really do? It's a heavy question, because when the world feels large, our actions can start to feel insignificant, like drops of water in an ocean that doesn't even notice. But over time, something begins to shift. Not out there, but in here. Because the truth is, the world we experience most directly isn't the entire world. It's the part of it we touch. The conversations we're part of. The moments we step into. The people who cross our paths. And in that space, the small things aren't small. They're everything. I think about the times someone chose to be kind when they didn't have to be. A simple moment. A few words. Nothing that would ever make the news. But it stayed. Longer than it should have, maybe. Longer than something so small is supposed to. And I realized later, those were the moments that shaped how I saw the world. Not the loud ones, not the overwhelming ones. The quiet ones. The ones that felt human. There's a kind of goodness that doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need recognition. It doesn't need to be seen by everyone to matter. It just shows up. And then it moves on. But it leaves something behind. A shift in how someone feels. A pause in a moment that could have gone another way. A reminder that not everything is as hard as it seems. And when enough of those moments begin to gather, they start to form something. Not all at once, and not in a way that's easy to measure, but in a way that's real. Because the world isn't only shaped by big events, it's shaped by the accumulation of small ones. The tone of a conversation, the way someone responds under pressure, or the decision to be patient instead of reactive. Those things ripple, guys. Further than we can see, further than we often believe. And maybe that's the part we lose sight of when everything feels overwhelming. We start thinking in terms of scale. We start believing that only large actions count, that only big change matters. But that's not how life actually unfolds. It unfolds in moments, in choices that seem small at the time, in decisions that feel almost invisible. And yet, those are the ones that stay. Those are the ones that build something. Those are the ones that quietly shape the direction of things. I've come to believe that when the world feels at its largest, that's when the small good matters most. Because it's the only part we can truly hold. The only part we can directly influence. The only part we can choose again and again. Not to fix everything and not to carry more than we can, but to meet the moment we're in with something steady, something human, something kind. And when you begin to live that way, something changes. Not all at once, but gradually. The world starts to feel a little closer, a little more within reach, and a little less overwhelming. Because you're no longer trying to change everything at once. You're simply choosing how you show up in the part that's in front of you. And that choice, repeated over time, becomes something much larger than it first appears. So if things feel too big right now, if the weight of it all feels like more than you can carry, maybe the answer isn't out there somewhere in the distance. Maybe it's closer than that. Maybe it's in the next moment, the next interaction, or the next choice. The small good that still matters. The one you can offer right here, right now. And maybe, just maybe, that's how things begin to change. Not all at once, but in the quiet accumulation of moments that remind us we were never as powerless as we thought we were. I want you to think about that, guys. And I'll talk to you soon. I love you all very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do. Go out and pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. Bye-bye.